I'm running my city, be real, ain't too many that's just fucking weird. Glasses cover my eyes, but I still see the pity. They mad cause I'm up and
Alright, let's do some programming. So our first problem is that we need continuous collision detection with our program. Because when we jump, let's lower the jump. Jump force. 2. Right, it's somewhere in our somewhere in how we are calculating the jump. I think we just need lower gravity. Oh, that's a jump. Yeah, so if you notice when we land, I'm hoping you can see it on the stream. When we land, it glitches for just a second, and that's that's because it's changing our y coordinate when it lands. So if our velocity is too strong, we're gonna go below where we set our y coordinate to stay at. And if it's too high, then before we hit that, we land. So I gotta figure out some way to not glitch, and that's continuous collision detection. And I've never worked on that before, and I hear it's kind of hard. So. We can figure it out. I'm popping like corn on the kettle. A lame nigga reach for my chain and get hit with this metal. And first shit, we on the new levels. I put triple D on my back and my foot on the pedal. I'm chasing Shabbat the cheddar. I really want to listen. You run up on big extra plug and get hit with this web. Want the Glock, the AR, or the Wesson, but I still beat your bitch ass like it's Marvel Attack. Teach your spray every day to the red, but she know that I'm out on my last and her son been a fella. Think he sweet, put a hole in his melon. And I probably beat the little case cause we don't do no tell. To the last one, something. Yeah, I think we're back.
We better come check out my section. Taliban shit, but you know it's 600, I'm ready. In my hood, boy, I'm something like a legend. You can't join the gang if you ain't over shooting the step. Where he play, that's the place we left him. Was being too extra. I hate that the gang had I really been popping my shit on a whole nother level. You playing, get sent to the devil. These bitches been on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the scale. If she get time of dating, I had a good place, so I'm back at the spot. She getting big like a press. These niggas be soft on the bitch, but turned up off a perk. Boy, I'm solid and stand on whatever. I really been popping my shit on a whole nother level. You playing, get sent to the devil. These bitches been on me, I swear they keep calling my phone. I'm like, hold on, let me check the scale. If she get time of dating, I had a good place, so I'm back at the spot. She getting big like a press. These niggas be soft on the bitch, but turned up off a perk. Boy, I'm solid and stand on whatever.
Khalifa, man. Paper plane gang. 501 young. Hey, shout out to my brother Spitter, man. I just wanted to say that. Yeah. And your bitch can see this shit from across the street, nigga. It's pimping over here. Macaroni. Cushion orange, nigga. What up, Chevy? Germ, I see you. Cardo wanna be. I don't love them, I don't chase them, I duck them. Smoke something, go to a new state soon as I fuck them. Niggas be pressed for pussy, it ain't nothing. Instead of worrying about who that bitch fucking, why don't you get you some money? 9 times out of 10, she see me stunting. Game running, wanna know my hotel and who phone the ring when she coming. I keep it 100. Get love from the hoes, but it's money over bitches, nothing above it. Like the weed, sound like my engine when I speed up. Bitches holding they weed, rolling trees with their pretty feet up. Them suckers often imitate, but they can't beat us. So super high, look in the sky when you won't see me, bruh. Cut my speakers up, drowning out what the critics say. Just continue to smoke and remain G as fuck. Polo socks match my polo hat. She leave once, it's a known fact. And she ain't coming back. Now Taylor gang that shit changed with the amount of horses in my motor when I switch lanes. And I beat them blind with the diamonds in my big chain. Heavy in the game, little homie, I'm doing big things, big things, big things. And the bitches, they mesmerize, they recognize. I keep it so G, I keep it so G. Get you some money fucking with me. I don't love them, I don't chase them, I duck them. Try to get paper out of fucker, don't know shit about her. I take you up where it's cloudy. And when the legs still rockin' proud, I go to Louis, blow a couple thousand. One of my baddest bitches rolling up while I'm driving. And she don't even smoke, just hit it once while she light it. My game tight, sell and sign it. Them niggas just playing, ain't really ballin'. Saying they being honest, claiming that's your wife, but we can't call it. She all in my hotel suite at 3 in the morning. Taking their clothes off, inhaling weed and coughing. Ain't her first time cheaping, but say she don't do this often. Since I was 16, I had all the intentions to keep it G. Take niggas' hoes and smoke hella trees with them. As for your team, you niggas in the stands, you just looking. I'm a pro to these rookies, and the plan is still paper over. Pussy. And ain't shit changed with the amount of horses in my motor when I switch lanes. And I beat them blind with the diamonds in my big chain. Heavy in the game, little homie, I'm doing big things, big things, big things. And them bitches, they mesmerize, they recognize. I keep it so G, I keep it so G. Get you some money fucking with me. Yeah, nigga. This shit just don't sound cool. That's what we go to sleep to. Wake up to. Cushion orange juice, nigga.
Alright.
Yeah. Your bitch cooking them cheese eggs too. Got paper in my pocket. Taylor gang, what's up? See y'all niggas, man. We done fucked over them this year. It's a wrap. Yeah. We don't want no more sucker shit. Ever.
Hey, Goose, man. We good right now, man. Get money goods, man.
It's a white girl in town. Name is cocaine. There's some dirty birds in town. Put your mind and walk a flame. We fly in, I'm buying in. Say you got more birds, you lying. You trying.
Hey, I know they see I'm on the way up. All the nights I had to stay up. Break a boat down, then I way up. I made 10K on the wake up. Roll a wood, pour a tray up. Ain't no walk, I'm pouring quay up. That just how I start my day up. If you owe me, better pay up. Not for real, nigga, straight up. Eating good, I got my weight up. And I know niggas hate, but if he try me, he gets sprayed up. And I don't believe the shit you rapping about, cause that shit made up. Shoot my shot and hit that bitch. That hoe was easy like a layup. We can fuck, but we can't lay up. I'm in the whip with your big hand.
I'm gonna be right back real quick.
Speak on the sis, nigga, no, we don't play that. I drop a bag, they gon' slide where you stay at. No cap, I just gotta okay that. If you owe me, then you gotta pay that. If it's smoke, little bitch, just say that. Fly with the switch, I'ma spray that. Nigga, this shit ain't no game, but if he play, it's game over. I still walk inside it, partner, we don't do the plain sodas. Me and you ain't shit alike, nigga, we don't even sip the same sodas. I ain't sipping on Ciroc, cause I can't do the hangovers. I'm on drugs, bitch, I ain't sober. Big body biz, no Range Rover. Called your bitch, she came over. Me and gang had bang broder. Not for real, little bitch, I'm him. And she know I ain't shit like them. Trap out jumping out the gym, I'm tryna run me up a M. Whole lot of cash money on me like Slim. Whole lot of cash money on me like Weezy. I've been ballin' for so long, I swear I make this shit look easy. I'm feeling like Gucci and these niggas G's. My pockets Velveeta, yeah, they hella cheesy. Bitch, I got a chain like Nike, but I'm trapping in some Yeezys. Big like 30 bit for fees. Draco make a nigga dance Chris Breezy. Come to your block and we shooting like these. Don't come to my block, nigga, it'll get greasy. Don't come to my block, nigga, you ain't allowed. I'm still in the sis with the shit to get wild. Young niggas stepping on shit since a child. This shit I'm smoking, you hear this loud. Finna go and hit the jeweler, spin the dough just on my smile. That's your hoe, but that's my hoe too. I just ain't fucking no while. All this money coming in and coming in, I watch it pile. I'm impatient for that paper, bitch, I need that shit right now. I know they see I'm on the way up. All the nights I had to stay up. Break a boat down, then I way up. I made 10K on the wake up. Roll a wood, pour a tray up. Ain't no walk, I'm pouring quay up. That just how I start my day up. If you owe me, better pay up. Not for real, nigga, straight up. Eating good, I got my weight up. And I know niggas hate, but if he try me, he get sprayed up. And I don't believe the shit you rapping about, cause that shit made up. Shoot my shot and hit that bitch. That hoe was easy like a layup.
Yeah. Put my shades on. I live it up like these on my last days. If time is money, I'm an hour past pay. Gunpowder in my hourglass. Niggas faker than some flour in the powder bag. Yeah, I put it down like my hands hurting. I'm on a natural high, but I land perfect. Some of us are lovers, most of y'all haters. But I put up a wall, and they just wallpaper. So love or hate me, I stay hate free. They say we learn from mistakes, well that's why they mistake me. I got some weight on my shoulders. To me it's like feathers. All hell easy, call it bad weather. I stick to the script, I memorize the lines. Cause life is a movie that I've seen too many times. You're on the outside looking in, close the blinds. And they say never but fucking never mind. I've been gone too long, true or false, right or wrong. Hello, seen 2 dots. Young money's eating, the label getting fatter. And yeah, the tables turn, but I'm still sitting at 'em. I'm a bad motherfucker, could the good die young. Everybody selling dreams, I'm too cheap to buy one. Man, when that cookie crumble, everybody wanna crumb. Shoot that hummingbird down, hummingbird don't hum, yeah. Big money, deep pockets, money talks, and motherfuckers eavesdropping. Bunch of bloods, you could call it blood clotting. East side, my Parudamo, I'm a blunt blowing, polo draw showing. I don't give a lovely motherfuck ass nigga with my teeth glowing. I'm on my depot and you need a bus pass for me to bust your ass nigga. I'm a blunt blowing, polo draw showing. I don't give a lovely motherfuck ass nigga with my money blowing. No matter where you going, you need a bus pass for me to bust your ass nigga. Like the Ashton Kutcher, I'm a limit pusher. See y'all dead meat, and me I'm just a butcher. I do it for the money, man I am such a hooker. And freedom was my girl, until they fucking took her. You can look into the future, it's right behind your eyelids. But I don't wanna know, cause shit I like surprises. Why that, why this, why you on that why shit? Motherfucker ask me why, I say why am beach bum. Call me Ocean Drive Slim. Drop the top, look up and make the sky grin. Young moolah, skinnies and some Supras. Belly of the beach till it puke us. Motherfucker, blunt blowing, polo draw showing. I don't give a lovely motherfuck ass nigga with my teeth glowing. I'm on my depot and you need a bus pass for me to bust your ass nigga. I'm a blunt blowing, polo draw showing. I don't give a lovely motherfuck ass nigga with my money blowing. No matter where you going, you don't need a bus pass for me to bust your ass nigga. I've been gone too long, true or false, right or wrong. Yeah, I've been gone too long, true or false, right or wrong. Said I've been gone too long, true or false, right or wrong. Hello, easy, welcome home. Young moolah, baby. Young moolah, baby. Bitch, I've been gone too long, true or false, right or wrong. Hello, easy, welcome home. Yeah.
Why self-life? We got London on the track. Nigga, horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah. You can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? Yeah. When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money. We ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. I'm living like I'm on the field for the Hennies. I talk lots of shit like my bitches are dangerous. They didn't know me well, so I left from with wishes. You know it's a drop when you drain and can't flip it. I'm living big, I swear to God, I'm Luke, ain't kid. Money, turn it up, mama, gon' snap her some dope, I have great like a grandma. You know my ice blinking like Dolce, like a panda. Roll it, hold it, I couldn't control, shout it like a channel. My rats are squeaking on that pot and I hop in that Rari, I crank her like water. Horses don't stop, they keep going. Yeah. You can lose your life, but it gon' keep going. Why not risk life when it's gon' keep going? When you die, somebody else was born, but at least we got to say we ran on the digit, we ran on the money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money, we ran on the digit, we ran on that money. We ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on the digit, we ran on some money, we ran on some digit, we ran on some money. I'ma move me some dough like confusion. I'ma go in that bit with a ruler. I'ma toast me a nigga like Schroeder's. I'ma keep a red flag cause I'm Booler. I know some roller spaces like a duelist. Yeah, I'm screaming, oh my God, like cool. When I know it, I feel like I'm supposed to
I'm back. Sorry about the wait. Alright, we are now printing the ray, but I have another thing. Also, it's not in the while loop. Put that in the while loop. The other debug I am printing right here. I'm kind of interested why camera position dot y. Sorry. Okay. 4 and ray pause -1. And when we jump, ray pause y stays the same. Oh, we can draw the ray as well. Draw things down here. Draw ray. Red. Semicolon. Nerd. Yeah, let's see how the ray looks. Can't see it. Cool. There we go. Is it only what? So it doesn't follow the player. Okay. Where did music go? Alright, music's back. Alright. I've honestly no idea where to start and how to do this. Reason really we're typically infinite by definition. For debugging, limit the ray's length by scaling its direction.
I used to know a bitch named Mary Wright. We used to roll around and fuck the hoes at night. Psyched in the motherfucker with the gangster beat. We was balling on the motherfucking common street.
Draw line 3D. Line up position. Position.
I didn't give a fuck what bitch was that, but she was hanging with a white bitch doing the shit she do. Sucking on his dick just to get a buck or two. And the few ears she got didn't mean nothing. Now she's suing. The shit that she be doing ain't shit. Bitch can't hang with the street. She found herself a show. So now she taking me to coke. It's a real conversation for your ass. So recognize and pass the day. Now as I'm rolling with my nigga drinking these woods, fucking hoes cracking dough up to no good. We flip flop and serve hoes like flapjack. But we don't
let them have reposition and not a capital. That's how it goes. Literally the same thing.
So I head down the street to Long Beach just so I can meet a freak to lick me from my head to my feet. And I'm saying that I'm ready to be enough. Nothing but homies around, so I put my gun up. Bitches on my nuts like clothes. But I'm from the pound and we don't love them hoes. I could just trust a hoe, cause a hoe's a trick. I don't love them tricks, cause a trick is a bitch and my dick's constantly in the mouth. Turning them trick ass hoes the fuck out now.
I once had a bitch named Manny, man. Used to be all in the guts like yesterday. The pussy was the bomb, had a nigga on front. I was in love like a motherfucker, licking the.
That's why it's not following the character, because it's not being updated.
But I'm the maniac and like Mr. Snoopy
There we
fool.
go.
So I figured niggas wouldn't trip with mine. Guess what? Got triple by one time. I'm back to the motherfucking county jail. 6 months on my chest, now it's time to bail. I get released on a hot sunny day. My nigga DOC and my homie Dr. Dre. Scoop in a coupe, Snoop, we got news. Your girl was tricking while you was draping your county blues. I ain't been out a second. And already gotta do some motherfucking G and checking. Move up the block, cause we move up the block. See my girl's house, Drake, past the Glock, kicking the door. I live on the floor, it's my little cousin's ass and fucking my hoe. Yo,
0-4-0, I think.
but I'm still low, man, fuck a bitch.
Oh, that's right, that's not an actual fucking... I have no idea where to fucking start on this. Alright.
Bitches ain't shit. Only God can judge me. That right? Only God, baby. Nobody else. All you other motherfuckers, get out my business.
Okay.
Stabbed in the back, I couldn't trust my own homies. Just a bunch of dirty rats. Will I succeed? Paranoid from the weed. And hocus pocus, try to focus, but I can't see. And in my mind, I'm a blind man doing time. Look to my future, cause my past is all behind me. Is it a crime to fight for what's mine? Everybody's dying. Tell me what's the use in trying? I've been trapped since birth. Cautious, cause I'm cursed. And fantasies in my
So we got the Ray.
and they say it's the white man I should fear, but it's my own kind doing all the killing here. I can't lie, ain't no love for the other side. Jealousy inside, make them wish I died. Oh my Lord, tell me what I'm living for. Everybody's dropping, got me knocking on heaven's door. And all my memories of seeing brothers bleed, and everybody grieves, but still nobody sees. Recollect your thoughts, don't get caught up in the mix, cause the media's full of dirty tricks. Only God can judge me. Yeah, baby. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. And only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Flatline. I hear the doctor standing over me screaming.
I have Ray Math.
Got a body full of bullet holes laying here naked still. Can't breathe, something people in my IV. Cause every time I breathe, I think they're killing me. I'm having nightmares, homicidal fantasies. I wake up strangling, dangling my bed sheets. I call a nurse cause it hurts to reminisce. How did it come to this? I wish they didn't miss. Somebody help me, tell me where to go from here. Cause even little cry, but does the Lord care? Trying to remember, but it hurts. I'm walking through the cemetery, talking to the dirt. I'd rather die like a man than live like a coward. There's a ghetto up in heaven in this hours. Black power is what we scream as we dream in a paranoid state. And our fate is a lifetime I hate. Dear mama, can you save me? And fuck peace, cause the streets got our babies. We gotta eat, no more hesitation. Each and every black male strapped. And they wonder why we suicidal running round strapped. Mr. Police, please try to see that it's a million motherfuckers dressing just like me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. Only God can judge me. And only God can judge me. Only God kill me can only make me stronger. I don't see why everybody feel as though they got to tell they gotta live my life. Let me live, man. Let me live.
Pac, I feel ya. Keep serving it on the realer. For instance, say a player hating Martin's out to kill you. Would you be wrong for bucking a nigga to the pavement? He gon' get me first if I don't get him. Fools start praying. Ain't no such thing as self-defense in the court of laws of judges. When we get to where we're going, we're in the cross. That's real. Got him, lifted him, crept the fuck up on him. Sold a half a million. Now everybody want him after talking behind my back like a bitch would. Telling them niggas you could fake it. Punk, I wish you would. It be them same motherfuckers in your face that'll rush up in your place to get your safe. Knowing you on that paper chase, grass, glass, big screen and leather couches. My new shit is so pretty, already sold a key an ounce. Bitch, remember Tupac and Forte? Them same two brothers dodging bullets representing the bay. Pac, when you was locked down, that's when I'll be around. Start climbing up the chart, so sick, but they tried to clown. That's why they ride the bandwagon, still be dragging, selling lies. Don't think I don't see you haters, I know y'all in disguise.
Guess you figure you know me cause I'm a thug that love to hit the night club, drinks and buzz. Been living lavish like a player all day. Now I'm about to floss some more players, shit with folks say. On the guard for justice. On the guard for justice. On the guard for justice. That's real. On the guard for justice. On the guard for justice. On the guard for justice. Guard for justice. Only God, man. That's real. Fuck everybody else. Man, look here, man. My only fear of death is coming back to this bitch reincarnated. That's what I only meant. We about.
Yeah, 50. One shot, one kill. What's the deal? Yeah, what's the deal? Listen, little homie, when it rains it pours. Hollow tips and talents. When it rains it pours. You caught in lead showers. Just because niggas ain't clean. When it rains it pours. Niggas get set up. It's when it rains it pours. End up wet up. It's when it rains it pours. It usually goes down over money and horse. But little homie, in my hood, when it rains, it pours. Ain't nothing changed, niggas doing the same old shit. Them new hollow tips and them same old clips. In the projects, niggas fuck with the same old chicks. And somehow, they still think their game's so sick. Now from the rip, niggas know I'm about my grip. I don't trick, man, I barely even feed a bitch. She say I'm stingy, I say I don't need you, bitch. Go ahead, leave. See if I chase you, shit. Tell your mammy, I catch her in the street, I'ma get her. She know I'm on parole, why she call police on a nigga? She just mad, cause a nigga pockets on swole. When she asked me to borrow something, I say hell no. I was telling the little homies all about this shit. So keep your mind on your money and don't trust no bitch. Kiki hitting high notes when them pigs came. But I ass kinda fat, so niggas treated the same. This is real, little homie. When it rains, it pours. Hollow tips and talents. When it rains, it pours. You go up and let showers. Just because niggas ain't playing. When it rains, it pours. Niggas get set up. It's when it rains, it pours. End up wet up. It's when it rains, it pours. It usually goes down over money and horse. But little homie, in my hood, when it rains, it pours. Blood stains on my stoop when iPhone got shot. My homicide outside. Nigga, I'm not. It's the third time them niggas done circled the block. It's money out now, yeah, but damn, it's hot. They love to catch a nigga on a direct sale. They say tell us to court the body or you going to jail. Look, if you know the drill, you stay the fuck out of Dodge. I say what's happening to the captain and what's up to the Sarge. Fuck being in the cage, man, that shit for the birds. Charlie drunk, drinking wild Irish rose on the curb. Another spot full of niggas trying to bet a few bucks. Hoping they number come out, they can have them some luck. G-Ace to the deuce, and stumbled off mad. Lost his re-up money, man, that's all he had. Magazine from the store so he could look at the cars. And do pull-ups in the park on the monkey bars. Mad as fuck, little homie. When it rains, it pours. Hollow tips and talents. When it rains, it pours. You caught in lead showers. Just because niggas ain't playing. When it rains, it pours. Niggas get set up. veins it pulses.
Biatch.
What no baby? You look good now you carry. Long time I watch you, I want chat to you, you go on like you don't want chat to me. So what I'm Dre? Tell me what the fuck I go on now.
Creeping down the back street on G's. I got my Glock cocked cause niggas won't ease. No soon as I said it, seems I got sweated by some nigga with a Tech 9 trying to take mine. You wanna make noise, make noise. I make a phone call, my niggas coming like the Gotti boys. Bodies being found on Greenleaf with the fucking heads cut off. Motherfucker, I'm Dre, so listen to the play-by-play, day by day. Rolling in my phone with 16 switches. And got sounds for the bitches, clocking on the riches. Got the hollow points for the snitches. So won't you just walk on by? Cause I'm too hard to lift. And no, this ain't Aerosmith. It's the motherfucking DRE from the CPT. On a riding spree, a straight G. Hop back as I pop my top and trip. I let the hollow boys commence to pop, 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 yeah. Cause if it don't stop, I have to put my shit in reverse. Go back and take another spot. Cause I'm
Rolling in my 6-4.
with all the niggas saying.
I'm printing a balloon somewhere. I can't figure out where. There it is.
Just another motherfucking day for Dre, so I begin like this. No medallions, dreadlocks, or black fists. It's just that gangster glare with gangster raps. That gangster shit makes a gangster snap. Word to the motherfucking streets. And word to these hot ass lyrics and dope beats that I hit you with, that I get you with as I groove in my 4 on D's. Hitting the switches, bitches relax while I get my papa swerve on. Bumping like a motherfucker, ready to get my serve on. But before I hit the dope spot, gotta get the chronic, the Remy Martin and my soda pop. Now smelling like Indonesia. Bus stop full of fly bitches and skeezers. On my dick cause my 4 on hit. Pancake front and back, side to side and all that shit. So when I crawl, I comes correct. Now if your bitch in my shit, it's your bitch you check, nigga. Now let the Chevrolet slide as I dip and make a trip to the south side, yeah.
Rolling in my 6-4.
What all the bitches saying? Hell yeah. What all the motherfucking bitches saying? You know what I'm saying? Check this out. The sun went down when I hit Slauson. On my way to the strip, now I'm just flossing. Checking my review, cause niggas they will do jack moves, black fools, cause I smack fools. Trying to set me up for a 211. Fuck around and get caught up in a 187. But I don't represent no gangbang. Some niggas like lynching, but I just watch them hang. So on and so on, why don't you let me roll on? I remember back in the days when I used to have to get my stroll on. Did nobody wanna speak? Now everybody peeping out the window when they hear me beating up the street. Is it Dre? Is it Dre? That's what they say every single motherfucking day. Yo, but I ain't tripping, I'm just kicking it. While my D's keep spinning and these hoes keep grinning, I'll be
Rolling in my 6-4.
what everybody's saying. Hell yeah.
It's consistent -1 value. the T. Ground Y minus rate position dot Y. It's 4. No, ground Y, yeah, ground Y is 4. Minus a negative, wouldn't that make it a positive?
Hey yo, this song is dedicated to all the happy people
0. How's it 0?
who have real nice lives
Ground Y is 4.
and have
Rate position dot Y.
to be broke as fuck. I feel like I'm walking a tightrope without a circus net. Popping Percocet, I'm a nervous wreck. I deserve respect, but I work a sweat for this worthless check. I'm about to burst this tech and somebody to reverse this debt. Minimum wage got my
Oh, because it's 4. Because we're using camera position. So that's 0. Then how does dividing it by ray direction? How does that make it 8? No, not divided by 8. Oh, because we're dividing the position. Okay. PEMDAS nerd. Divided by ray that direction dot y. Okay. So 4. Rate opposition dot y is 4. It's 4. 4 divided by rate direction dot y is correct. Position direction, yeah. 4 divided by -1, right? -1. -1. 4 divided by -1, that's a -4. 4 plus 4 is 8. Okay. Basic math is hard. Alright. 4 plus 4 is 8. So it stays at a consistent value of 8. And that does change when we jump, right? It does. I know it does. So the distance to the ground is 8 according to that value, when it should be 0 when we're on the ground. If t is greater than or equal to 0, does it go negative when we jump? If it does, that would kind of make sense. It does not go negative. Alright. If that value is higher than 0, we gotta figure out how to get it to 0, but 8, then is on ground equals false. And then distance to ground equals t. No, it's it's kind of fucked up code, but we could keep it at 8. No, we don't have to keep it at 8, we can just do that. Now it's gonna be 0. That's, oh shit. Oh yeah, t is 0. Okay, 0.
Damn, why they wanna stick me for my paper? Damn, why they wanna stick me for my paper? Damn.
Okay.
Why they wanna stick me for my paper? Damn.
If t is greater than or equal to 0, no, greater than 0, 0, then is on ground equals false. And you know what? We can now get down to our jump logic.
Call the coroner. It's gonna be a lot of slow singing and flower bringing if my burglar alarm starts ringing. What you think all the guns is for? All-purpose war got the Rockwellers by the door, and I feed them powder so they can devour the criminals trying to drop my decimals. Damn, people wanna stick me for my cream, and it ain't a dream. Things ain't always what it seems.
Shift. I'm blind today, bro. Where's my jump key?
I got the calico with the black talons loaded in the clip, so I can rip through the ligament.
Jesus.
Put the bodies in the bad predicament where all the foul people went. Touch my chest, top, feel my Beretta buck. When I'ma hit you with your first reaction is to duck. I bring the blood stains on what remains of his jacket. He had the packed it, cocked it, extra clips in my pocket, so I could reload and explode on your wall. I mess around and get hardcore. See more to your door, no beef, no more. Feel the rough, scandalous. The more you smoke, I puff, the more dangerous. I don't give a damn about you or your weak crew. What you gonna do when Big Papa come for you? I'm not running, chump. I bust my gun and hold on. I hear somebody coming.
Okay, sweet. The logic is not broken.
You know it ain't no stopping all the dogs I'm dropping. It's Friday night, so everything is popping.
You guys can't see debug. I think I should throw debug. Let's do that. It's gonna give you a little bit more understanding of what I'm doing, I guess. Yeah, because then we can just go ahead and close that, and we can still see the code. Okay, sweet. I hope debug doesn't show any sensitive information. If it does, fuck it, I don't care.
Chase the cat or settle for a hood rat. Dookie braids, no dreadlocks. Flying in and out of town with half a chicken in her cock. And I love her, cause she down to fuck around with the underground. Pussy ham, and her ass is big, round and wide. Jacked up, make a nigga down the ride. Smoking Indo, playing that Super Nintendo. Hear a rat-a-tat on my window. Gave her ass that pelvic thrust. Don't trust the rubber cause it's bound to bust. In the oven, in the nappy, I had on two, so I was happy. Cause that HIV'll make your dick hang sideways. And that ain't cool, fool, cause it's Friday. Throw your neighborhood in the air, if you don't care. Oh yeah, throw your neighborhood in the air, if you don't care. Throw the west side in the air, throw the east side in the air.
All right. Ooh. Setting velocity to 0 though. That's important. I think we're I think coding or I think we're gonna infinitely fall through the floor? No. No, but if we yeah. Yeah, we're like glitching through the floor. Shit. Without that code. So that code is important. Oh, because we're continuously setting it to ground height. We're locked. This is where we lock the ground height. Shit. I don't think that needed to be kept in with the data. Huh. Let's go ahead and set it back to how it was. That's unnecessary. Gravity. I need to wrap my head around this real quick. If player goes below 4, 9, goes below 9, and then set player to ground, and set y velocity to 0. And then how we had it was on ground is true. There it goes below 9y. Set player to ground and set y velocity to 0. To 4. And set y velocity to 0. And then player is on ground, and then allow pressing space key to jump, and then after space key, player is not on ground, velocity equals jump force, increment target and pause y by velocity, then velocity, not increment, no, we're not incrementing, add target and pause y by we're adding velocity to target and pause y to simulate jump, and then breaking the if statement to the else statement where we minus subtract velocity by gravity. And I kind of want to check if I want to check the velocity during that to see if it's yes, it is. Make it more clear real quick. Velocity. Ding dong. Ding, ding, ding. Okay. So velocity is at 3 at the end of the jump. That is our jump force's value should be 3. Yes, it is. And then it subtracts by 0.1. And then it should go to the negatives. Why are we? Oh. Like fractional value. Subtracting by 0.1. And that. I'm interested why it's a flow value. Well, not a flow, but like why it has. Interested why it does that. But it's okay, jump force is 3, and then gravity takes effect by 0.1 per game tick. And then T value here. So technically we can keep that. And we just need to, this is where we have our continuous collision detection right here. Our basic understanding of it. I've got a game physics book here. Yeah, so game physics engine development, how to build a robust commercial grade physics engine for your game. Basically, it is teaching me physics and how to implement game physics. And that's going to be my focus for a long time. And so I've been reading this book. I'm about 50 pages in, 50 or 60. 55 pages into this book of like 400, 500. It's supposed to be an introductory book into programming game physics. And so what I want to do with my career, I'm gonna sneeze. What I would like to do with my career in the future is to develop the engines of video games. And I really like the idea of physics. And so I just need to learn a lot of physics. And I will eventually be able to create physics engines of video games. So pretty hyper focused on that right now. I think that's what I get the most excitement out of for game development. Creating models is cool. Creating art, I'm pretty artistic, but my as far as my art goes, I like pencil drawing, shading, stuff like that. And what else? So there's 3D modeling. I have zero experience 3D modeling, and it doesn't really, I mean, it kind of gets me excited. I'm not musically talented at all. I mean, I could learn. I can teach myself anything. But do I want to learn music? No, because I just don't feel like putting ability points into 3D modeling. I like Unreal Engine. I like Godot. But I've always wanted to just make things myself. I like using Raylib. At some point I would like to make my own kind of Raylib as I learn more. But I am so far away from that for now we're using Raylib. What else? AI. Coding AI. That's tough. That is very, very tough to do. And I've only like dipped my toes into AI development with a fighting game that I made. But that dips into the engine development system. Like, I want to make the skeleton behind the game. I think that's what gets me most excited about game development. So part of that is physics, part of that is AI development. I'm gonna sneeze again. I think I might have to go. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab some allergy medicine. Just got hit hard with allergies. I'll be right back.
Stick up, and I'm shooting niggas quick if you hiccup. Don't let me throw my clip up in your back and headpiece, the opposite of peace. Sending Mom Duke a wreath. You're talking to the robbery expert. Step into your wake with your blood or my shirt. Don't be a jerk and get smoked over being resistant. Cause when I lick shots, the shits is persistent. Goodness gracious, the papers. Where the cash at? Where the stash at? Nigga, pass that before you get your grave dug from the main thug. 357 slug, and my nigga Biggie got an itchy one grip. One in the chamber, 32 in the clip. Motherfuckers better strip. Yeah, nigga, peel before you find out how blue steel feel. From the Beretta, putting all the holes in your sweater. The money getter, motherfuckers know the better. Rolex watches and colorful swatches. I'm digging in pockets, motherfuckers can't stop it. Man, niggas come through, I'm taking high school rings too. Bitches get scared for the earrings and bangles. And when I rock her and drop her, I'm taking her donakas. And if she's resistant, baka, baka, baka. So go get your man, bitch, he can get robbed too. Tell him Biggie took it, what the fuck he gonna do? I hope apologetic, or I'ma have to set it. And if I said it, the cocksucker won't forget it. Hey, bitch, hey, bitch, give me the money, bitch. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Give me the loot, give me the loot. Give me the loot, give me the loot.
Alright, I'm back. Got some allergy medicine. I'm not dying. Alright, so we broke this section of code down.
He got a fucking bitch in the car. Fur coats and diamonds. She thinks she a superstar. Ooh, Biggie, let me jack her. I kick her in the back, hit her with the gat. Chill, shorty, let me do that. Just get the fucking car keys and cruise up the block. The bitch.
So if the player goes below 9 Y coordinates,
Be cool, fool, ain't gonna roll. Why the fucking keep looking? I guess to get his life cooking. I just came home and tried
from a jump, set player to 4 and set Y velocity to 0. So we need to replace that with if T. Oh, T is only in that. So if T we should actually rename that variable as well. What should we name it? If radius distance y, if radius y greater than or equal to no, less than or equal to 6 for now. Distance. If distance is greater than or equal to 6, greater than or equal to 6. And less than or equal to 6. So that's 6 distance from the ground. Camera.position.y equals ground height. Ground height, and then velocity will equal 0. And then is on ground will equals true. Allow pressing space to jump. So I'm pretty sure we just copy and paste. Then we allow space, jump force, adding velocity, break the if statement, to the else where we subtract velocity by gravity. Here we go. T. Okay. Jump does not work now. I'm not allowing a jump. Redirection at y doesn't equal 0.
Shit with my nigga Mr. Dr. Dre. Like I said, niggas can't fuck with this. And niggas can't
Redirection.y doesn't equal 0.
Don't stop, Mr. 187 on the motherfucking top. Tick tock, now with a Glock, just some nuts in the cock. Robbing motherfuckers, and I kill them blood cops. And I step through the fog and I creep through the small. Cause I'm Snoop Doggy, Doggy, Doggy.
And redist y. Redirection y.
In the motherfucking air and wave the motherfuckers like you just don't care. Yeah, roll up the dank and pour the drink and watch it stank. Cause doggies on the gang. My bank rolls on swole. My shit's on hit legit, now I'm on parole. Stroke with the dog pound right then guess what? He is I and I am him. Slim with the tilted brim. What's my motherfucking name?
Okay. RDY does not equal 0, then RDY, then dist y zero.
Yeah. What up? This is Dr. Dre. The party's going on. Thank God it's Friday. Keep the heads ringing. Keep the heads ringing. Say what? You better get up out of your chair. That's right. And what the body down. No time to funk around, cause we don't funk you right on up. So get up, get a move on, and get your groove on. It's the DRE, the spectacular. In a party and over your neck, so call me Blackula. As I train a niggas juggle the vein and maintain the lead blood stain. So don't complain, just chill. Listen to the beats I spill, keeping it real. Enables me to make another meal. Still, niggas run up and try to kill it will, but get popped like a pimple. So call me Clear till I wipe niggas off the face of the earth since birth. I've been a bad nigga. Now let me tell you what I'm worth. More than a stealth bomber, I cause drama, the enforcer. Music floats like a flying saucer. On 747 jet, never forget. I'm that nigga that keeps the whole Spanish wet. The mic gets smoked.
If on ground, we should be able to jump.
So funky, they come with a speed stick. So check the flavor that I'm bringing. The motherfucking DRE, I'll keep they motherfucking heads ringing. Yeah, keep the heads ringing. 1, 2 for the crew, 3, 4 for the dough, 5 for the hoe, 6, 7, 8 for death row. Mad niggas about to feel the full effect of intellect, so I can collect respect. Plus a job I won't fit to get into my men too and take care of the business I need to attend to. Cause my rich do. And
If he's on ground.
So you goddamn right I'ma kick it or get evicted. I bring terror like Stephen King, a black Casanova, running niggas over like Christine. When I rock the spot with the flavor I got, I get plenty of ass, so call me an astronaut. As I blast past another nigga's ass, thought he was strong, but I smoke him like grass, just like teaching Sean. When I flow, niggas know it's time to take a hike. Cause I grab the mic and flip my tongue like a dyke. I got rhymes to keep you enchanted. Produce a smoke screen with the funky green to keep your eyes slanted. So check the flavor that I'm bringing. The motherfucking DRE, I keep the motherfucking heads ringing. Yeah. Keep the heads ringing. Yeah, come on.
Man, this is fucked. What's up, Bofax? Sorry if it took me a second to see that. I think maybe I need to just start over.
I'm just a fly nigga, so check the flavor that I'm bringing. The motherfucking DRE, I keep they motherfucking heads ringing. Yeah, I keep they motherfucking heads ringing. Yeah, I keep the heads ringing. Get it.
I don't think this is really necessary anymore. No, it is, because we're not no, we are playing. I'm not really necessarily making a game right now. I'm just trying to learn. I'm trying to just learn game physics. And this is my second attempt into 3D development. I'll show you my first. It was a tiny little project. Oh.
That's right. We out.
That should work. So this is my first ever 3D game that I made using Raylib. It's just a little 3D maze game. So I got collision with the walls. It's not perfect. Ah, hey. And then the goal is to find Joe. This is Joe. It's a little 3D collectible. And it follows the character around. And then after you find him, you found him. Press R to find him again. See if we can find him again. Yeah, we found Joe. There he is. Yeah, that's it. So it was using an algorithm that I have no idea. Not collectible maze. It used this algorithm here to generate the maze. And then it's got a collectible class as well. Here, it uses pointers to place the collectible in the maze. And so it was just a quick little game to dip my toes into 3D development. And so my focus now is to just maybe like add some physics to what I'm doing now. So basics like gravity, etc. And then I may add like a bow. I did a 2D bow game using the physics of a longbow. So it takes in literally everything, like how stiff the arrow is on the bow, how far you draw the bow back. It takes 9.8 meters per second squared. Earth's gravity applies it to that, and it'll draw the arc in like a 2D dimension. And so I kind of wanted to add that into a 3D game where you shoot a target. For now, though, the current project is some type of system for continuous collision detection, so that when I jump, I'll show you. Jumping's actually broken right now, so I can't show you. Jumping is currently broken, so I can't show you. But it's I have a common issue when developing collision, where if your velocity is too strong, you'll glitch into the ground or the platform that you're trying to collide with, and then the math will spawn you on top of the platform. And so that's my current issue with this. I mean, there we go. There's jump. It's kind of hard to see, but if you see at the very end of the jump, everything like disappears for a fraction of a second. It's because that is because I'm going like 1 or 2 y coordinates into the ground, and then I'm spawning back onto the ground. And so what I'm doing is I have a little ray. You see that red line? Let's see if I can get it back. Oh, it only happens when I move. That red line detects how far the ground is from the character. So as you jump, and then what I'm trying to do is this is the variable right here to track the distance. If it's less than or equal to 6, so the duration of the jump goes up to about 50 y coordinates, and then you get down to the ground all the way to 0. And so this section right here will be able to tell how close I am to the ground, and after I hit a certain distance, it'll smoothly land me on the ground without allowing the player to glitch into the ground and then go up. And so I just have to figure out right now, this section of code here is broken. And so I need to wrap my head around this code. And I'm thinking that I might just have to remake it. So this is my old collision detection here. Physics function, or would you have to write them yourself? You know, Rayla might have physics functions. I'm using ChatGPT to help me, and it hasn't given me a solid understanding. And I've ran into this problem in the past that I wasn't able to Google or ChatGPT a fix. And this was in two-dimension space. And all of these suggestions were to just learn continuous collision detection, to which, you know, I just have to code more to figure it out, and that's the goal for today. So, if ray direction y does not equal 0, then radius y equals 0. Yeah. Radius y equals 0. If it's greater than 0, is on ground equals false. True. No. I feel like this is not really necessary. Because technically if y is greater than 0, is on ground equals false. So my current issue now is that I'm not able to jump unless I like do something. Yeah, I'm not able to actually jump. did these just break? Oh, duh. We need to up jump force for a little bit. No. Oh, this code is so broke. Okay. And, oh, you know what? What if we throw an and is on ground here? I mean... No? Why, bro? Why? Oh, because that could be why, because we're setting is on ground now? Fuck. Because is on ground is being set to false before we're even applying jump force or velocity. Alright. It's not on ground. If radar direction does not equal 0, radius y minus 8, set it to 0. Debug.
Living like a baller, low, having money and blowing hella chronic smoke. I bought my mama a beans and bought my boo boo a jag, and now I'm rolling in a 9 trips, 8 L dog ray.
If radius y is greater than 0, is on ground equals false. Debug, else, is on ground equals true. Debug. And then this stabilizes and prevents the player from going up or down.
They send me to a level 3 yard, that's where I stay late night. I hear toothbrushes scraping on the floor. Niggas getting they shanks just in case the war pops off. Cause you can't tell what's next. My little homie, baby boo, took a pencil in his neck, and he probably won't make it to C22. I put that on my mama, I'ma ride for you, baby boo.
I still can't jump. So what code prevents me from... being allowed to jump?
Word up, 2 for 5s over here, baby. Word up, 2 for 5s. Niggas got garbage down the way. Word up. Yeah. Check this so fly shit out. Word up. Here we go. So then we move to Shallon Land, a young youth, you're rocking and go to low goose. Only way I begin to G-York was drug loot. And let's start it like this, son. Rolling with this one and that one, pulling out gats for fun. But it was just a dream for the team who was a fiend. Started smoking wools at 16 and running up in gates and doing hits by high stakes, making my way on 5 skates. No question I was speed for cracks and weed. The combination made my eyes bleed. No question I would flow off and try to get the dough off, sticking up white boys on ballboards. My life got no better, same damn low sweater. Times is rough and tough like leather. Figured out I went the wrong route, so I got with a sick ass click and went all out. Catching keys from cross seas, rolling in MPVs. Every week we made 40 G's. Yo, nigga, respect my a nigga to check now. Bow, move from the gate now. Cash moves everything around. Green, get the money.
So it's not even fucking working now, is it? Yeah, space isn't even fucking working. Why? Oh. Wow. Okay. Jesus. Okay. But it didn't jump those things. Could be this logic here that allows the actual jumping. Yeah, okay. Applies the jump logic. That was a fucking. Whew, that was an interesting mistake. Press space to activate bull jump. Ooh. Press space to activate Boolean jump. Applies the jump logic. Okay. We can now jump. Okay, so somewhere in the logic is broke, allowing us to jump. Get the money. Dollar bill, y'all. I need a change up of music.
Yeah. This
Never mind, this is good.
To all the teachers that told me I never amount to nothing. To all the people that lived above the buildings that I was hustling from the cold.
So velocity never gets changed when I press space. That is your issue.
All the niggas in the struggle, you know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. Salt and pepper and heavy D up in the limousine.
Okay, even when we hold space, velocity not being changed. You know what, that could be because where we're debugging it. No, velocity does not change. Sardines for dinner. On the same hood, it's all good. Velocity does change when we. This code here is fucked. Okay. So next we need to apply the else statement here. Else. So if else, if is on ground, else. That should bring us back down into the world. Yeah. Okay, and then we need to apply. Considered a fool because I dropped out of high school. We need to reapply. On ground equals false. We need to apply. Reapply is on ground when we land. Which was this code logic here. But we need to set the new one to be this. When I was dead broke, man, I couldn't picture this. 50-inch screen, money green leather sofa. Got two rides, a limousine with the chauffeur. Phone bill about 2 G's. If not, is on ground. Just make sure, double check it actually works. What up, Natty Bola? How you doing? Okay. And she loves to show me off, of course. Smiles every time my face is up in the source. We used to fuss when the landlord dissed us. No heat, wonder why Christmas missed us. Birthdays was the worst days. Now we sip champagne when we thirsty. Damn right, I like the life I live. Cause I went for negative deposits. Alright, so we're falling through the floor. It's because we're not applying any logic for when we land. And it's because is on ground is not being set. Applies the actual jump itself. Plus equals velocity. And velocity gets changed over time because of the gravity factor. Normalizes the y coordinate. Applies gravity to velocity to bring the camera down. Okay, so we're pressing space, we're activating the Boolean jump, we're applying the jump logic immediately after. Just makes more sense to me if we do it that way. Gravity velocity to bring the camera down, so incrementing velocity. And then here we should apply the code to detect how far from the ground we are. And we use that with the ray dist y. Or ray direction y, I mean. Let's make sure we're still working here. Yes. I got a caravan of niggas every time we ride, hitting motherfuckers up when we pass by, until I die, little life of a boss player, cause even when I'm high, fuck with me and we cross later, the future's in my eyes, cause all I want is cash and things, and 5 double low. There's actually fucking no reason for us to have two if is on grounds. Alright. Double check it still works because yeah, they're still incrementing by gravity. Okay. Okay. So I think here we should actually apply the logic of our continuous collision. And that's if ray.direction.y does not equal 0.0f. Distance.y, let's bring that back out and then let's prevent that. So this is basically if true. We don't need to print velocity anymore. Okay, so if ray.direction.y doesn't equal 0, redirection.y is always going to be -1 because of order y -1 because of this. So then radius y will equal ground y minus ray.position.y divided by ray.direction.y minus 8. I think we're actually radius y.
They think I'm going back to jail.
Radius y is -8? Why is it -8? Why is it now 0 here, but before here it was 8?
Big L, rest in peace.
Oh wow. Right. So now if what do we just if radius y is greater than 0, it's greater than 0, that means we're jumping, we're in the air. Is on ground will equal false.
if you stand in my way, I'ma have to spray.
Okay, we're good.
If you come against me, son, you're gonna have to pray. Since
This one ground
back in the
equals
day, I held the
false.
weight and kept my head up. They wanna see the guard catch a L, it's all a setup. I give no man a thing power over me. Why these niggas so jealous and looking sour over me? I'm bolder, G. I'm like impossible to stop. I'm like that nigga in the ring with you, impossible to drop. I'm like 2 magazines fully loaded to your 1. Plus I ain't gonna quit spitting.
Is on ground equals true.
That'll live forever. Catch a rep of my name, you're bound to fry. Know how many niggas that I know that's down to die. We never fail, and we ain't never been frail. You niggas talk crime, but you scared of jail. Full clip. You wanna mess with this? Gangstar.
0.5. Yeah, it's gonna probably cause an issue.
Attacking like a slick Apache. Lyrics are trigger happy, blowing back your wig piece just for the way you're looking at me. Talk back, blow, I hit you up right now. I don't know why so many y'all wanna be thugs anyhow. Face the consequence of your childish nonsense. I can make your head explode just by my lyrical content. Get you in my scope and metaphorically snipe ya. I never liked ya. I gas that ass and then ignite ya. The flamethrower. Make your peeps afraid to know ya. How many times I told ya? Play your position, small soldier. My heart is colder. Makes me wanna resort to violence. Stop
This one ground equals true.
Nah, I'm not buying it. I'm ready to blast, ready to surpass and harass. I'm ready to flip, yeah, and ready to dip with all the cash. I hold my chrome steady with a grip. So watch your dome already, cause this one might hit. Full clip. Do you wanna mess with this? Gangstar, one of the best yet. I'm nice like that. So good in this business of rap. Full clip. Do you wanna mess with this? The Gangstar, the best yet.
So this one ground is staying true. We do not need to print R or Y anymore. We know that's always going to be -1. Pop a jump real quick. Jump is broken again, okay. So is it this that broke it? Yeah, that's what broke it. This code right here. The normalizing the coordinate is what's fucking it up.
Host forgot to eat a dick and shut the fuck up. Gargle and swallow a nut up. Shut up and get my cash. Back here, pimp slap backwards and left stranded. Just pop your collar. Pimp convention hoes for $1. 6 deuce in the plush, 6 deuce in Impala. Pimping hoes from Texas to Guatemala. Bitch niggas pay for hoes just to lay with hoes. Relax one night and pay to stay with hoes. Captain save them all day. Well say this dick. Bitch nigga, you more of a bitch than a bitch. You ain't into hitting pussy or hitting the switch. You into hitting bitches off of the grip, you punk bitch.
I think that's our fix.
All my down hoes still tripping with me. All the true gangsters know they ain't never loved no foe. All the hood rats still shaking for me. All my true fans still checking for me. All the real smokers they ain't passing nothing but gold. Real trees, chronic leaves, no seeds. When I met you last night, baby, before I blew your mind.
Somebody better get this big. I got these freaky hoes clapping their hands.
And
dipping they feet. Every now and then they put their mouth on me. Nowadays a G like me can't even call it a 23-year-old pussy fiend and freakaholic. Pimping bitches on the regular, I put that on the G. A hustler and a player, nowadays it pays to be. Let me drop some shit about this bitch I used to know. She gave your boy the head and said don't let nobody know. A bonafide pro, I had to grab a hoe. She got freaky in your 64, I skeeted in her throat. Been knowing the hoe for 4 days, hickory pays. And I bet you didn't know that she go both ways. She ate her best friend, I left them hoes at the mo. They be beeping me and shit, but we don't kick it no more. Them hot hoes is fiending, they on the nuts. But bitch, I'm out your pussy when I nut. For real.
Explosive, 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 explosive.
He's on ground and jumping, then we up.
Yo.
Big, wake up, baby.
Yeah.
Yo, Big, wake your ass up. Come on.
I'm up.
Big, wake up.
I don't think his jumping is changing.
What's up?
Come on now. It's 5:45. We got the 7:30 flight. Yo, Big.
Oh, because we need to.
Dog, I hate it, man. All right.
I mean, it's true.
Take down this information.
I no pen.
Tell your girl in it. Remember this something.
All right.
Can you do that?
Write this down.
Alright. Like 5:04.
5:04.
Leaving Kennedy on the LAX.
Whoa. Cali?
No doubt, baby. No, we gotta get this paper.
No doubt. All right. I'm up.
No, Big.
Okay.
I'm up, man.
Like 5:04.
All right. 7:30. Meet you at the airport.
California.
Yeah.
Okay, and then gravity's not being applied.
When the line hits your lyrics, just fit your head so hard that your hat can't fit you. Either I'm with you or against you. Format bent you. Back to that means I sent you. Talking to the rap inventor. Nigga with the game type fit. That's right. Spell my name right. B-I-double-G-I-E. Iced out, lights out. Me and Caesar Leo. Getting head for some shit he know. See, it's all about the cheddar. Nobody do it better. Going back to Cali, strictly for the weather. Women and the weed. Sticky green. No seeds, bitch, please. Papa ain't soft. Dead up in the hood. Ain't no love lost. Got me mixed up. You drunk them licks up. Mad cause I got my dick sucked. And my ball flip. Forfeit. The game is mine. I'ma spell my name one more time. Check it. It's the N-O-T-O-R-I-O-U-S. You just lay down slow. Recognize a real dawn when you see one. Sipping on booze in the house of blues. I'm going back to Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali. I'm going back to Cali, Cali. If I got to choose the coast, I got.
I like a long hair, thick red pound. Open up her legs, then fillet me on that pussy. I'ma get in and on that pussy. If she let me in, I'ma own that pussy. Gon' throw it back and bust it open like you supposed to. Girl, I got that dope dick. Now come here, let me dope you. You gon' be a dope fiend. Your friends should call you dopey. Tell them keep my name out their mouth, cause they don't know me. But you can't call me till shit. I fuck the whole group, baby. I'm a groupie. My sex game is stupid. My head is the dumbest. I promise I should be hooked on phonics. Yeah. But anyway, I think you're bionic. And I don't think you're beautiful. I think you're beyond it. And I just wanna get behind it and watch you
Back it up and dump it, back it up.
Cause we like her, and we like her too. And we like her, and we like her too. And we like her, and we like her too. And we like her, and she like us too. And I wish I could fuck every girl.
Did we did it. Oh, but we're not normalizing correctly. Okay.
Every single night I have a dream that I am smashing them all. Your money, man, this shit so timeless. And I'm in the mood to get faded, so please bring your finest. And what are all your names again? We drunk.
Oh, because I think we're just calculating radius wide incorrectly now. No, we're not. Camera pause Y. Oh yeah, that's a little fucked up. Let's see. Okay, if it's on ground and jumping, this is the jump logic. This activates the booleans. I think it's that. Yeah, nowhere are we setting jumping to false. Let's double check. Yeah. So maybe there. That's just where I intuitively feel like it should go. No.
These hoes is God's gift like Christmas. I like them caramel skin, long hair, thick ass. And I swear
Ground equals false, else green equals false. I think that's where it needs to go. No, fucked it up again. God damn it. Yeah, so should be there. Correct. Velocity minus equals gravity. And then we're normalizing.
Angelina Jolie, D Woods. For free sweets, I give Paris Hilton all-nighters. In about 3 years, holla at me, Miley Cyrus. I don't discriminate, no, not at all. Kick at a midget, if that ass off, I break her off. I exchange V-cards with the retards and get behind a Christian like DR, cause he all Mac, Missile, maybe.
The logic is still kind of fucked.
I could fuck every girl in the world.
Young Moolah, baby.
Hey, yo, Sap, what's good, bro? This man's kinda high out here.
Hey, yo, the flyest motherfucker been
Velocity when ground falls, jump equals true. When we press space, jump equals true. Yeah. If rate direction.y does not equal 0, so if true, it's always -1. And we're drawing, we're updating the radius. You know, we may be able to pull. There's no reason to have an if true statement for that. Rate this y.
take over the world while these haters getting mad. Take over the world while these haters get mad. That's why all my bitches bad. They see this crazy life I have. Hop into the car and then we zip to the pad. It's the rap. And motherfuckers
Greater than 0.2. Currently greater than 0.2 is on ground equals false. I'm not setting correctly. Greater than 0.2 because it's less than 0.2.
She better bring her friends, and if she want an autograph, she better bring a pen. Yeah, the party never end. This life is what I recommend, and if you gotta hope it for me, then she better be a 10. I ain't picky, but these girls be acting tricky when the situation's sticky and the liquor got them silly. But I take over the world when I'm on my Donald Trump shit. Look at all this money, ain't that some shit? We gon' take over the world while these haters getting mad. That's why all my bitches bad. They see this crazy life I have and they in all. We gon' win.
This is messed up here. Weirdest why. Take over the world while these haters getting mad. Oh, it's because we need to create the logic of actually landing this here. Radius y is less than or equal to 6, then counter position at y equals ground height is when ground equals true. And then if I don't know if this is. Be right back.
No kids yet, but this right here's for practice. I hate to get the seats in the bins wet, but that's how good your ass is. Make an old man get his glasses, make Wesley pay his taxes, then follow your moves all week on Twitter. Probably make a gay nigga reconsider. You're now rockin' with the best, man. Dress game down to the sex game. Won't brag, but the boy been blessed, man. Let you play with the stick, Ovechkin. She calling, she texting, she's falling. But let me explain. Gotta tell your old boyfriend skate, girl, cause a nigga don't play them X games. Nope. Straight sexing, no handcuff or arresting. And I ain't coming off on my last name, cause I really can't take no stressing about where I done been.
Oh, okay, we're back. Apparently doesn't like the music I'm playing. Fuck YouTube. Alright, we're back. Well, apparently YouTube doesn't like the music I was playing. So, we're gonna go to... Not Earthbound. Heartbound. Because Thor is fucking awesome. And he allows people to stream his music. Okay. Fuck YouTube. Back to coding. Alright. Just simple jump logic should not be this fucking hard. Just y greater than 0.2 when ground equals false. No. It's greater than let's start with jumping without movement. This on the ground is true. That's false. Okay. And then jumping sticks. Else. Ground equals true. That might be the issue. No. No. That's not the issue, because radius y should be 0, greater than 0, and we're above the ground. Else is on ground equals true. Ground equals false and jumping equals true. I think radius y should be applied before anything. Up here. Press space to activate the jump. Jumping equals true is on ground equals false. Not on ground and jumping. I don't like that. If it's on ground, okay, so this should just be an infinite jump. No. Oh, because we are applying the gravity. Then we jump, okay. It should be if radius y is less than 6. And camera dot position dot y equals 4. F. I should just pull that. Why does this prevent jumping? Oh, because it needs to be greater. No, less than. Maybe this needs to be inside of here. No. Camera position y is 4, radius y is -0. Jump first of 4, 2. Okay, so jump. Okay, jump pressed. Is when ground equals 0, jump. And then we peak at 27 with a rate distance of y of 23. How can you have a negative 0? That confuses me. Oh, do this. Okay, so we jump. We hit the peak. 27, we come down. Eventually, radius wise, 3.99. Goes negative, so. If radius rate distance dot y less than 0.f less than 0. Oh, because it's negative value. Less than. I mean, worth a shot. Hey, that was our issue. Wow, that is a dumb issue. I just want to double check if that was the issue. No, that's not the issue, that it was negative. And then equals true. We need to run this again. A quick jump. Jump pressed. Jump pressed. Jump pressed. Camera pause Y. So we got 4 coordinates. Radius Y is 4. No, 4. Technically, I should be able to put it at 2, and it should work, right? No, why doesn't it work? Why? Whew. It's less than 0. And I mean, this should not work. What the fuck? What up, Connor? The goal is continuous collision detection. If you look at the window that's just about to appear, or has appeared, whenever I land, there's a little bit of a glitch. And I want to make that a smooth transition. And it happens because the velocity is too strong. So when I land at the coordinate like -2, and then I normalize the character back to 0. And I want to prevent that -2. I just want to go straight to 0. And so the goal is to create a... It took me that long to notice. The goal is to detect the end point and use that to detect use the distance from the character to the ground, use that to calculate the land rather than calculating the land after landing. But I'm having the fucking hardest time ever. We're gonna get there though. Hey, thank you. I just got a little shave in. A little shave. Trim. Start school in 21 days, so I'll have a haircut before then as well. Look fucking extra handsome. Velocity equals jump force. And jump pressed. I'm doing CG. What's CG? Oh, Corrupted Gauntlet. Landed. On ground jumping. Something here. If position.y minus 0.1. That needs to be a much higher number though. Camera to position.y minus ground y. So camera position.y should be, or we need to, okay, that's where we're printing. I'm gonna debug real quick. Okay. Jump pressed. Landed. Grab another debug. What's your CG kill count? Okay, jump pressed. How am I calculating endpoint again? I don't understand endpoint at all. Alright, but back to what we were creating right here. Camera position y minus ground y is less than 0.1. Ground y is 4, so position.y minus ground y is less than 0.1. Nice, not bad. Iron Man or main? Camera pause y minus ground y. Let's go to where we land. Okay, camera pause Y minus ground Y is less than 0.1. Less than 1. Then velocity equals 0. Velocity equals 0.0. And then camera position dot y equals ground y. But we do need to adjust that factor. Camera position dot y 4 minus ground y ground. Okay, 4 minus 3.89. That's a negative. I gotta take a piss, but I want to get this. Should be using array distance style y. I don't think what I'm doing right now is actually fucking affecting anything. No, it isn't. No, it is being called. It's all good. Any good drops yet? Calculate when the camera will land. You visualize or debug landing distance for short complex screens. Platforms where you need to know landing distance ahead of time. If the raised direction is not perfectly vertical, which it is, the ground's height, slopes. I'm not even going to touch slopes in 3D space yet. Ray is too short or too long, or if ground Y isn't dynamically updated. Doesn't need to be. Then radius Y Perform a collision detection with the ray directly and check when the ray hits the ground or other surface. But there's not a function for fuck you, ChatGPT, you a bitch. 2 weapon, 2 armor, no enhanced. That's unfortunate. You tried to go for Bofa? Or you trying to go for supplies? Fuck. Oh, this is... I can't wrap my brain around this shit. Greatest y less than 0. We land, but if we change this number at all, we can't even jump. But we should be able to jump. Greatest y is 4. Set jump to something by itself, or the other numbers changing doesn't affect it. Well, the way the logic currently works, it doesn't take any numbers into consideration. It's just if you press the space bar and you're on the ground and you're not jumping, then you jump. It sets the velocity to jump. It sets jumping to true, and it sets on the ground to false. And then we come down to this code here that applies the actual jump logic. Which, now that I think about it, I probably don't even have to like... Oh my god, did we just... Connor, you just helped me figure it out. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh my god. That looks smooth, and... looking at the debug, I think it... Oh my god. Oh. It's always the simplest fix. It's always the fucking simplest fix. Okay. So what I was doing before... You're so smart, Connor. I love you. So yeah, you were right. Yeah. I don't know how to clip. You're gonna have to be clipping, because I have no clue how to clip. So the way the logic works is that you press, if the space button is pressed and you're on the ground and you're not jumping, then you can jump. And the reason why is that I don't want people to be able to jump on the air. And by applying both of the two Boolean logics later on in the code, I can use each for different things. So after pressing space, it applied the velocity to the camera, target, and position, and then it updated jumping and is on ground to true and false, which then brought me into the later code where it applied the velocity again. And so the issue was that I was applying it twice, I guess. I don't fucking know. All I know is that that is a smooth land. That is a super smooth landing in the 3D dimension. I think I do have one issue, is that when I move forward, my velocity applies to the y coordinate, and that affects the y coordinate. I just need to figure out how to prevent movement from affecting the y coordinate while I'm grounded. So I'm gonna take a piss. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. So I think that dot x w is z? No. position.y equals original camera position.y. That does not work at all. Oh, because target's what's fucking it up, I think. What's up, Audio Tour? How are you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. Doing well. Just figured out a problem I've been working on for the past like 2 or 3 hours. And the problem was that whenever I would land, I wouldn't whenever I would land below the map, the floor of the map, and then glitch up. And spent like the last 2 or 3 hours trying to figure that out. But I think we got it. One issue is that movement is messing everything up. And we're trying to figure that out. And our problem may not actually be fully fixed either. Don't 100% know yet. But it looks to me like I mean that looks fluid right there. While we're not moving. While we are moving, it's a little glitchy. I think that has to do with here. Yeah. I mean, I guess I am a little patient, but at the same time, like, I enjoy doing this, so it's this issue has been something I've been interested in fixing for a few of my other games that I've made. So it's kind of nice. Whoa, yeah, that is all messed up. So it's kind of nice that I had figured out somewhat of a fix for it that I might be able to apply into my future games. Yeah, movement does mess it up. I wonder why. That may be a problem for another day. So one of the projects I have done recently was taking the physics of a longbow and applying it to a game. So it takes in how stiff the string is, the displacement of the string when you draw it, the mass of the arrow. It can calculate the velocity of the arrow. It can calculate stuff like that. And so the goal is to bring that into a third dimension. So far, that project was in 2 dimensions. I want to take that project, bring it into the 3rd dimension for this game, and then we're going to shoot targets that when the arrow hits the target, it obviously adds to the score. But this is the code that I have been working on for the past 2 or 3 hours. This just this part right here. I'm also very new to 3D development. It's my second ever 3D development project that I've made. What language are you learning in? Trying to learn C++ from a Java background. Okay. How much Java do you know? Personally, I learned Python first. The goal was always to learn C++, but it was kind of tough to begin with. You need to know the math. Okay, so I actually have a suggestion for you. It's this book right here. Kind of hard because it's backwards. It's called Game Physics Engine Development, how to build a robust commercial grade physics engine for your game. I'm gonna go ahead and link that in chat for you. So this is what I've been learning physics from. What up, King of Gamer? So it has the mathematics of particles, laws of motion, particle physics engines, and it goes into mass aggregate physics, adding general forces, springs and spring-like things, hard constraints, mass aggregate physics engine. Then it goes into rigid body physics, so it gives you the laws of motion for that, the mathematics of it, collision detection, which I have not read to that point yet in the book, but I'm trying to do now. Contact physics, objects contacting, obviously. Then it goes into further topics in physics at the end of the book. But what's kind of awesome about this book that I really like one sec. So at the end of the book, there's math problems, right? So you can get practice. You can get some practice in doing the math of that chapter. And I know nothing about Java, but with Python, let me pull up Python real quick. Let me get you that link. Alright, there's the link to the book. And it actually uses C++ as well. So if you're going into C++, then how can manipulate array for physics, array for game and physics rendering in C++? I have zero idea how to answer that. I've only been programming for about a year. I am very, very beginner at physics and C++, so I'm sorry I'm not able to answer that question. You're welcome. Okay. So, figure one. Using Python. Oh, not PyCharm. Where is it? There we go. Using Matplotlib, I can plot what I recently learned in the physics book to plot it and give me kind of like a viewpoint in 3D space. So I've no idea about Java. So which OS you use for code dev? Like operating system? I'm just using what is it? Visual Studio Community. Yeah, because it's it was made by Microsoft, so it would make sense that they can only allow it to work on Windows. I would like to go and use and learn Linux. But the IDEs for Linux kind of scare me. Vim, basically. And learning Linux itself kind of scares me. See, NeoVim interests me a lot because of like never ever having to use your mouse. And I feel like it's more efficient, and I'm a pretty efficient minded person. So like getting a grasp of it really like interests me. But spending the time to get into NeoVim does not interest me right now. All right. So we're getting that glitch when we move and we jump and we land. But not when we just jump and land. No easy, or not easy, and when daily use more familiar, but don't know, scary for others. English is not your first language, for sure. But I think I kind of understand what you say. It's not easy, but using it daily, you become more familiar. But if you don't use it daily, it's scary. I believe that's what you're trying to say. Where are you from, King of Gamer, if you don't mind me asking? I know that if I definitely used it every day, it would be great. I would have to VM in order to code though. And I just haven't had the desire also to use a VM daily. I do have VMs. I have a Arch Linux VM. I wanted to learn Arch Linux at one point. When I was interested in cybersecurity. But I'm recently decided I'm going full in on game development, and I'm gonna let cybersecurity take a background kind of thing. All right. I feel like there's just like an and that we're gonna have to add here to prevent that glitching. Most things are definitely simple, just hard to learn at first. Like programming, for example. Programming was so tough a year ago when I first started learning, and I was happy to just make like a little console quiz about what sound animals make. I was like, holy shit, this is really, really cool. And it was like just a bunch of nested if-else statements with a bunch of repetitive code. And I mean, a year later, I'm able to develop in 3D, which is pretty fucking cool. I wonder where I'm going to be a year from now. I don't think that my progress is going to be as crazy within a year, because I feel like progress just slows down as you go. However, I'm going to be much better in a year from now. How do you get started in rendering things in general? See, I'm not actually rendering. I'm using a C++ library to code this. I think Kali Linux best for cybersecurity and test in my opinion, but usually mostly used Windows 11. Okay. I think I used Arch Linux. Yeah. I think I chose Arch Linux because people say it's the hardest to learn. And I'm usually like, alright, bet. So, okay. How do I get started in rendering things in general? There is a website to learn OpenGL that everybody suggests. And the furthest I got into learning OpenGL was just rendering a triangle on the screen. Triangle. Fucked up triangle, but... It was just rendering a triangle, an orange triangle on the screen. I did not progress past that. I believe the website's called Learn OpenGL. Yeah, learnopengl.com. If you would like to get started in 3D rendering. Yeah, but Raylib gives you already you know Java, so you understand libraries. Okay. While I have you guys here, I'm gonna go ahead and show off my first ever 3D project that I used Raylib for. Oh, and that OpenGL thing is, I believe they use C for most of it. So, they use C, however, if you're learning C++, you're able to kind of understand it, and by using the help of ChatGPT, you're able to supplement your learning when you learn OpenGL. Because people use that learn OpenGL. So many people use that learn OpenGL. There's been so many Google searches and like questions and answers for it that even though it's some of it's written in C, some of it's in C++, you're able to you can figure it out. All right, so this was a 3D maze game that I made. It is, hold on, let me unlock camera position Y. So it's a procedurally generated 3D maze with a collectible. And the maze is always random, so it uses an algorithm to create the maze. And it's got collision between the walls, although it's not perfect. And then let me relock the Y coordinate. It's called Find Joe is the game. We just gotta find my buddy Joe. Also C++ and C# confused, which is easier, but why? So generally C# is easier. However, I don't think how easy a language to learn really matters. Because, you should learn a language based on what you want to accomplish. And because I want to become a game developer, C++ is what I chose. If I wanted to use Unity to develop games, I would have chosen C#, but I do not. If I wanted to use Unreal, I would choose C++, which I did. However, I do not want to use Unreal. I want to create things myself. So C++ just makes more sense for me. Now, if you want to use Godot, then Python and GDScript, or C# even, is a language to go. And those are like the three big routes, directions to take, the way I see it. Hey, there's Joe! Alright, let's pick him up. And press R to find him again. Let's backtrack and make sure he doesn't spawn behind me. Nope, he didn't. Alright. So yeah, it's just... I opened up Blender for the first time ever. And made a little collectible. This has... I'll show the code here in a second. I just want to find Joe again. He's lost. It's my buddy Joe. Gotta find him. Hey, there he is. Alright. And so the code itself... Joe is a sneaky bastard. Always getting lost. We have two different classes. We have the maze class here. And so this, the constructor, deconstructor, handling the memory, initializing the maze, generating the maze itself. This is the algorithm here that we're using to create the maze. And we're placing the collectible as just a random selection on the map to create it. Drawing the maze, this draws the actual cubes of the maze. Checking the collision so we can't, you know, cheat and go through the maze. And then finding a valid spawn position. One issue I had when creating this was that I would spawn inside the wall, so we just use 1,000. We use a random spawn position, and if it's inside the wall, then we choose a different spawn position, and we use that do that up to 1,000 times. Eventually, you know, I don't know how many times it usually takes. I'm just gonna say like 5 would be the average. And then return the spawn position. Mostly when I use C# it's helpful, more resources available, but C++ is like harder. Mostly game optimization and memory allocation, or framework as data handling as algorithm. By the way, can you explain the project working right now? The maze? Do you want me to explain the maze, or do you want me to explain the project I'm working on with the jumping and the collision? Sorry, this is the collectible class itself. The initializer or constructor for the collectible, the deconstructor, unloading the model and the texture, taking the texture itself, mapping the texture onto the model right here, and then drawing the collectible, and checking collision with the player. Project working right now. Okay, yeah, give me just a moment. And then we have the main for the maze itself, which a lot of the code that I brought into the new project is that the code from this that I originally learned. So that was the original project. This was the first ever step into the 3D development for me. So now coming into the project I am working on now. I do not have a LinkedIn now. I am currently enrolled in school. 1 year in. And school takes priority right now over LinkedIn or finding any other jobs. If you would like, I can link you the GitHub page that I have. If you wanted to follow what I'm making. A lot of my pages are private though. So there's my GitHub link right there. You know, I should have left out the repositories. There's the GitHub link. A lot of my repositories are private though. Take care, Connor. Okay, so explaining the current project that is going to appear on screen right now. So you have a 3D space. It's a 100 by 100 grid on the ground just to visualize where the player is in the world. And so we have, this is where we have the camera itself, spawning the camera into the world, the position of the camera, the target, where the camera's looking at. And then we have the mouse movement, yaw and pitch, the mouse sensitivity, some physics variables we are using for moving around and jumping. We're disabling the cursor because if the cursor is enabled, then we can't move the camera around if we leave the screen. And then general raylib functions, like setting the target, FPS, while window should close. This is the loop, the while loop, the game loop itself for while the game is running. And then after we close it, we just close window. And then we have hold on. The more raylib functions: begin drawing of the screen, clear the background, ray white. It's just, you know, the background. I can change this, change it to red real quick. And then the background's gonna be red. That is weird. Weird looking. Oh, that's kind of nice for debug though. Yeah. And then begin mode 3D camera. This allows us to spawn in the world. That makes sense. Jawline 3D. So this is a line. The project today was to create continuous collision detection, or at least a system. Not true continuous collision detection, but a system so that landing is smooth. And that's it's just a line. I'll show you. That red line in the middle of the screen, that's drawing the distance to the ground for when we jump. And then the grid, it's 100 by 100 grid with a distance of 10. It's just the grid that you see on the ground. Alright. And so this here allows us to control the mouse looking around. These 3 lines of code here. And then we get to these lines of code. This prevents us from being able to flip the camera, so it locks us looking directly up or directly down. This is for the forward movement and normalizing the forward movement. I don't fully understand the math here. Just 3D math. And then same thing for the right. And that allows us to normalize movement going in a diagonal direction. This is what I was working on today. This is where we create that red line. Endpoint, we don't even use endpoint. It's not even necessary. This is the distance from the ground, the player to the ground. Oh, we do use endpoint. No, we don't. This is that distance variable that allows us to smoothly land. And then controls, space to jump, As long as we are on the ground and we're not jumping. And then this here applies gravity, and it applies the jump. When we do press space, this applies when we're on the ground, it normalizes the character so that we don't go through the ground or above the ground. This is just to change the movement speed to go slow or fast. And then, oh, we do use the endpoint. This is the movement here, WASD, which we're doing a little bit of work on right now, but I'm done for the day. I'm gonna move on till tomorrow. But just movement in the world. Whoa, love it. As you start January 1st day, yeah, man. But why would you get a job of game dev as intern? Why don't I get a job as an intern for game development? Sorry, I'm confused. No problem at all. Maybe ask the question again, see if I can understand. What? That makes no sense what I just did. Okay, I said why not try to get a job as a game dev as intern, but also New Year, so easier, enjoying Christmas, and I'm also learning as passionate Android dev and most time in Java. I'm not 100% sure why I don't try and get an intern job as game dev. I mean, there's some factors. The job that I currently do allows me to save up for school. I refuse to take loans out. I would like to graduate. It's my goal to graduate from school and not be in debt at all. So the job that I currently work allows me to do that. And it's also 20 minutes away from my school. Another factor is that where I live in the US is not a good place to work as a game developer. Now, if I was able to find something online, that would be really cool. And it would allow me to stay here. However, I kind of, after I finish school, I kind of want to move to the West Coast. So the California, Oregon, Washington. That is where a lot of the major game studios are in the US. So, I guess my answer is that I just haven't put enough thought into becoming an intern for game development yet. That school is more important. Also, how it works in the US is that you have a residence in a state, and if you go to school in the state that you're a resident at, school costs a third of the price if you were to go out of state. So for example, school would be $10,000 a year versus $30,000 a year. So that is another reason for me to stay here until I finish. I haven't thought this far into the future yet. But after 2 years, I am open to finding a school on the West Coast to finish school. That's if funds allow me to. If I'm able to find something online, that'll be awesome. Preferably something that pays really well and allows me to stay where I'm at for a year before moving. Yeah, everyone does have a tough time, and I would consider my experience to be very, very lucky and blessed compared to others. So yeah, I'm thankful for I'm thankful for my struggles, if that makes sense. Yeah. I just know that for sure I am working very, very hard in order to achieve my goals. And I don't care what anybody says, I will achieve my goals. And I'm also learning as a passionate Android dev and most time in Java. Question: how long have you been learning programming? See, I don't think there's a such thing as a government university in the US. No, there is. Never mind, there is. Wow. It really depends on where you go. So, I'm in a private university, and the cost is about 12,000 a year. If I was to go to a private, I think the price may be, just for example, like 15. Hold on. Slightly higher. About 15,000 per year in tuition. This is tuition alone. But because I live here, I don't have to worry about housing. Now, yeah. So if you're not a resident of the state, per year is about $35,000. And this does not include housing. 6 years for learning Android dev, full stack web dev, now Python for machine learning and data science. Nice, that's awesome. Full stack web dev. So you know front end, back end. How long have you been learning Python for machine learning and data science? Sorry, back to the school that I'm going to, and because I'm a resident of the state that it's in, I will have spent about $36,000 for tuition. Now, if I was to go out of state, I would spend about $105,000 in order to graduate with a degree. And so because I'm going in-state, I am able to save up all of my money and only get the essentials, and I will have graduated zero debt. But that would be literally impossible if I was out of state. I would have to take loans, and I would be in so much debt, crippling debt. So yeah. 6 months Python, but not completely. Okay. But I feel like you will have, since you spent so much time in Java, I feel like learning Python is very, very easy. Would you say learning Python has been very easy? I've got 6 months of Python myself. So I know the syntax. I don't know the libraries very well though. But if I wanted to create a website, like a simple website, you know, I could easily do that with Python. It just wouldn't be very impressive. I also know a little bit of PyQt. I know I learned a little bit of SQL when I was learning Python as well. So I would be able to create some backend with that. I know literally nothing about Java though. My brother, I think he's JavaScript. But my brother is a senior, I think full stack, senior full stack developer. Using JavaScript, I believe. Alright. Sorry to end the stream so suddenly, guys. Vast libraries for an experience kind of practice, but Java is more deeper depth like C++. Yeah, it seems like that. It seems like Python is like if you don't want to actually go in depth and learn how to actually make something, I feel like Python is very restrictive as well with doing that, so it just wouldn't make sense to make something very in-depth with Python compared to C++. But sorry, anyways, I'm exhausted. I've been streaming for about 4 hours. I hit a good stopping point for the program as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream, and appreciate you guys watching. And I look forward to seeing you guys in chat as well. And King of Gamer, I hope you have a great day/night. I'm not sure where you are, but appreciate you coming in and talking. It was good talking to you. Take care.